Hi guys, welcome to another section. And in this section, we are to discuss on um, how to use a pen tool to trim a picture. Then we are talking how to create a layer pattern. How to create a layer pattern. Then again, how to create a simple mockup. So this we are to create a beautiful CD sleeve or artwork for this guy. He came to my office and he dropped this picture, and I was like, this picture is not good enough, but I want to come up with something very nice. So I have to, edit the picture in order to give us this. And me looking at this, you can see what we have on the screen. So it depends on how you choose and how to work on your picture. So I'm trying to I will try to work on this picture in order to give me this. So then I want you to follow me as I'm taking each step. If I'm too fast, you can just slow or you pause the video when you're watching it later. I will send the link to you whereby you can have access to the video, so you watch all over again. So this is how it's all started. I was given this picture and the picture is not looking nice at all, so I have to work on this particular picture. So then the first step is to trim the picture. Well, this time around I'm not going to use any of the selection tool. Or let me just say, okay, before I go on, you guys know about the toolbox. This is the toolbox. Then we have the menu on the top part of the image. We have the menu part on, we have the menu listed, or menu bar on the top part of the interface. Then to create a new document, you just click on new, or to open an existing picture or existing file, you open you click on open, which is Control O. On Mac is Command O, and on if you want to create a new document, you have to use Control or Command N. So now let's roll. So this is the picture, and I'm going to use pen tool. And pen tool makes and change parts or shapes with anchor points and handles. So these I will click. Then under the menu bar we have option bars, and we have option bar. Then under the option bar I will click my part. By default is on part. So now I have issue with this other part of the image. Is overexposed, so I'm going to use my discretion in order to to carve out his shoulder, so to make it nicer. But though we don't really need that shoulder, then I will be fast with this. So before we move on, I have to tell you how hacker point or how this work. Well, if you don't understand it, I think you can just move on with your with clicking, and but if I want to draw a curve, like the part of the head here is curved, it's curved like this, then I'll make sure my second node is going to be, or anchor point is going to be here. Then drag it in the direction of the curve. Then I have to click here as well, in that same direction. Then you click here, but this time around you can see that the handle is longer, so that is the reason why we have this curve. Then I will press Alt on the keyboard, then drag it in that way, so to make it perfect. Then you continue your drawing by clicking, then dragging, clicking, then dragging until you get a perfect shape. But you have to look for a good mouse so that it won't frustrate you, I thought then. So Then while trimming, you have to move your picture closer. You have to move your picture closer. That means you have to choose zoom to, or you press control space bar on your keyboard. Then that will zoom your picture, or change your cursor to um, a zoom to. Then you can click, at least click once or twice, in order to zoom in your image so that you can be precise while trimming your image. So this is how I, you know, trim my image. I have to use my discretion here. You know, this place is overexposed. Then I just have to come up with something very nice. But though we don't need that actual part of the image, so all right, this is my starting point. You have to know where you start from, then you have to end it there. You can see that the cursor changes to um, um, we have a pen tool here without zero under. Then you can see that when I want to close the anchor point, you can see that it has a zero, or it has a O figure under. Then you close it. So control minus on your keyboard, or command minus, is going to show you the whole image. Then what I need to do right now is to just press control or command enter on my keyboard. Then it's going to turn the path drawing into selection, which is one of the selection tools. And the next thing I will do is to clear the hair, but I don't want to use that now. I just want to go straight because we are just beginner. Then I will advise you right now to do something as easy as this. So all you need to do is to just click the third button under the layer panel. Don't forget, we have the layer panel by the right hand side of your Photoshop interface. Then you can see your image as the background if you open it directly. Then the next thing you do is to create a layer mask, and it's going to hide the unselected pixels from your image. So that's how to remove a background, and that's how to use a pen tool in order to draw a path. And you press Ctrl Enter in order to change the path to drawing. The path to selection. Then you click the start button on the layer panel, which is add vector layer, which is going to hide the unselected portion from your pixels. So here we are. Then the next thing I want to do, because I don't want to tamper with this image, I want to convert it to a smart object. Then you click convert to a smart object. Then after that, then I am going to create a new document, which is going to have 2000 by 2000 pixels, not millimeter. So I'm going to change my unit to pixels. Then I choose 2000 by 2000 pixels. Then I have 272 resolution. Then don't forget to put it on RGB because it's meant for social media posts. Then you create that document. Now don't forget that the old document is on the next page, on the previous page rather. So the only thing I want to do is to create a solid box here. You create a solid box there. Then use the fourth button on the layer mask panel and look for solid color. Then I'm going to use something yellow. I'm going to move the slider up a little bit so that to choose the yellow. Then I'm going to pick the color from the color picker at the corner, at the right top corner. So I have the yellow background already. So the next thing I want to do is to go back to the previous what's it called, the previous um, layer or the previous document, then I will drag this image into the new document. Then here we go. So I'm going to blow it a little bit, but before I blow that, let me just remove these unwanted layers there. So now I'm going to create another new layer mask. Then I'm going to choose brush on my keyboard and brush paint custom brushes strokes. So then I'm going to go to option bar to choose soft round, which has 0% hardness. Then I'm going to reduce my brush size. Then I'm going to paint this with this color, which is foreground color should be black. Then you paint this edge, but I think my opacity is 30%. I have to make it 100%. But if it is 100%, don't bother to change it. I think it's okay just to to remove or to blend the edges of the image. So I think, yeah, we're free to go. Now the next thing I will do is to Control T or Command T on my keyboard and scale it up. After scaling that up, the next thing I want to do is to remove the color so that it's good. It will be black and white. So I'm going to use one of the command in the menu under image menu. I'll click image menu, then adjustments, then I'm going to choose hue and saturation. You can see that the hue and saturation is not selected, so it's not highlighted rather. Then the reason is because I'm on that particular layer mask, so I have to choose this particular layer thumbnail. So the previous selection was the layer mask thumbnail, but I have to choose the image thumbnail and go back to image adjustments, then hue and saturation. Then under saturation, I have to reduce the saturation, something like this. So it's going to be minus 100. Then you press OK. So the next thing I want to do is to add some effect to the picture in order to make it looks like artwork, because we don't have a good picture. So there you go. Therefore you go to filter menu, then you go to filter gallery. Under the filter gallery you choose but before then, let me just scale it down, which is Control 0, or on your keyboard, or Command 0. So then, okay, let's zoom it. Control plus, then zoom and click. You zoom in, or you press Control, then you zoom in, so that I can see the effect of the artwork. And don't forget to choose maybe cutout. I'm using cutout or poster edge. It depends on what you will like, but I would love to use cutout. So I'm using cutout on my artistic, under the artistic folder. So the next thing I will do is to adjust my image in order to make it so nice, something like this. So something like this. Okay, numbers of level, I put it to I slide it to 7. Then simply edge simplicity, let me use 2. Then edge fidelity, let me try and use 3 and see what will happen. Okay, I think I love this. Then press OK on your keyboard. Then the next thing I will do is to go to filter again. I go to stylize, then oil paint, Now let's click on this zoom minus to see the effect of the image on the face. So let's adjust the cleanliness, then let's adjust the symbolize, then let's adjust the bridge to a little bit, then the scaling, so in order to have a beautiful artwork, as you can see. So I think I love it this way. So the next thing I will do, don't forget that the stylization is 7.6, the cleanliness is 5.1, the scale is 6.8, and the bridge to details is 2.2. Why I didn't touch the lightning at all, so leave it by default, then click OK. Then on the image I have a beautiful feel like this. So the next thing I want to do is to use one of the blending mode, and I'm going to use multiply. So it's going to multiply this particular layer with the background, so it will have a yellow feel. Then I'm going to show the half face of that guy, then zoom out. So I think I'm going to stop here, or if you feel like okay, we want me to continue, you can just let me know. I'm going to stop here so that it won't be too much on you. I want you to learn daily. So I think or should we finish it? Should we finish it, or should I stop here? Okay, let me continue then. Let me continue, and don't forget we are still going to do something very close to this. And what I need to do, the title of the album is Mighty Baba. So the concept was just coming, I'm just doing my things, and I at the end of the day I end up doing that. So the name of the font I use for Baba is called Gotham X Lights. So I choose my text too, then I typed Baba, then I press enter, then to have it as 2 lines. Then don't forget, you can maybe if you can't see this property here, you can just go to window and choose character. So the character panel is going to come up. Then let's use black, and don't forget to change the name of the font to Gotham. No, not Gotham. So let me select Mighty Baba. No. So I need that's a alien sign. I'm going to use alien sign for Baba. Alien sign. It should be alien sign. Yes, alien sign. And again, it should be caps and low, and there is a space in between here which I'm going to adjust, and it's by setting the leading. So choose it to auto, then reduce it a little bit, or click here and drag to the left, so for you to have the text, the lines come together. Then you press confirm here, you confirm the placement, then Ctrl T, then I'm going to drag it a little bit here like this. Then the mighty, I'm going to type mighty, so I'm going to use caps lock because I use capital O through mighty. Then choose your move to Ctrl T, then scale it up. Don't press shift, if you're using a new version. So then I'm going to change the font um, face to Gotham X light, then Control T, then you rotate it, then you bring it down to this level. Sorry, Control T, or you scale it. You rotate it 90, rotate 90-degree counterclockwise. Do you see that? Oh, perfect. So the next thing I will do right now is to, choose my pen tool. About this time around, I'm going to go to the option bar and choose shape. Then I'm going to click on fill and choose no fill, which is the one with the red slide, no color. Then I'll choose my stroke, then choose the black. Then I'm using 12 points. So I'm going to start my drawing, and make sure your caps lock is off so that you can see the mouth of the pen tool. So what I need to do is to click here, then click here, then come to this point, then click there, then you click here. It's just rough, but make sure you are precise with your drawing. If you click here, you can hold on shift or control, or no, shift, so that you have a straight line. Then you can see that I have a straight line over there. So, and also you can hold on control to adjust your node, or to select two nodes together and pull it down. So I think the other placements, you guys can do it. I'm going to send you this graphics, I'm going to send you the picture, and I want you to come up with something very beautiful like this. So the next thing I want to do, and I want to teach you, is to add a picture texture to this background, which is the yellow part. So I have this picture on my system, which is on abstract. So I'm going to look for a very rough paper abstract. I think I have it here. Let me just go through them. And here we are. Here, this paper texture. So I'm going to drag it into that document, then scale it up, and look for the layer. This is the layer. Then drag it down on top of that yellow layer. So now on that particular layer, I'm going to use multiply as well. So then I have too much of black, then I have to reduce the scale out, to reduce the opacity a little bit. So here we are, and bam, I'm done with my design. So I hope you guys can fill it up with Brother Mose and other stuff. I'm going to send you those graphics. I want you to work on that. So later on, we'll discuss on how to make a mock-up for this particular stuff. So just bear with me. Thank you for coming. If you have any question, you can drop it here, or you drop it in the WhatsApp group. So see you later. Thank you.